My name is Richard Bromwell and I'm here today at Chardhouse to talk to you about our monster 1,500 lot 2-day sale coming up on Thursday the 22nd and Friday the 23rd of June. Now the first day is devoted to drink. Now we've got red wine, we've got white wine, we've got rosé, we've kind of got all of it really. We have normal sized bottles, we have big sized bottles, 6 of these to a lot, estimate £60 to £100. So, you know, if you're planning a nice little summer party, and if those aren't big enough, what about this chap here? 3 litre bottles here, a couple of 3 litre bottles there. All this wine is actually bankrupt stock, and most of it has come in without reserve. And down the floor we've got cases of port, we've got lots of champagne, we've got some Loewe Cristal champagne. I think this retails for around about £250 a bottle. We've got an estimate of that between £70 and £90. Lots of more port down here. Down through here we've got some more vintage wine here. We've got some Chateau Latour, a part case of that rather, around about £1,000 coming down through here. Lots of port, lots of birthday years as well. So if you got someone who's born in 1991, were you born in 91, George? No, you weren't. I didn't think you were. You're a youngster. We've got cases for that here. We've got more champagne. We've got Montrachet. We've got Hague's, Dimples, whiskies. This is one of the star lots as well of the whiskey here. This is a bottle of Bowmore. Now this bottle is estimated between £1,500 and £2,000. Now it's a good job I'm not a whiskey drinker, but I wonder what that works out at a dram. So that's on the day one. That's say we've got around about 580 lots of wine, port and spirits. Coming up on day two is our usual monster selection of ceramics. We've got Chinese, we've got Japanese. This is a great thing. This is one of my favourite lots. The British Lions Blancmange and Jelly Mould. Isn't that super? In there you can see a lovely, lovely lion. I think that's just a really nice thing. I used to have blancmange as a child. Don't have it these days. Maybe I'll ask the wife to... actually, Abby, if you're watching this, I'd like some blancmange, please. Up through here, more ceramics. We've got Dalton. We've got other ceramics. We've got a lot of military as well. We've got some helmets. Indo-Chinese helmets, we've got English caps, we've got bayonets, we've got Russian caps. You know it's going to happen, don't you? This is a... Yeah, okay, you're not getting it. Okay, I can feel the love on that. That is a Russian field artillery cap. We've got cannonballs. This is a really cool thing. Now this is actually quite heavy, and you certainly know if you saw that coming towards it, it would be the last thing you'd ever see. That'll take your head off. We've got miniature cannon, we've got big cannon. This is a wonderful 17th century, almost like probably off sort of poop deck or something, little sort of probably Portuguese cannon. That we've got a huge thousands of postcards. We've got violins, we've got jigsaw puzzles, we've got dolls and teddy bears, divers type helmets up here. We've got samplers. I mean, it really isn't pretty much, isn't the sale. We've got owls, there we are, to we've got teddy bears, Stifes and others as well. We've got Zulu type shields here. Do my Michael Caine impersonation. Don't throw bloody spears at me. Yeah, that's why I'm an auctioneer, not an actor, quite clearly. Masks, then through in the serum in here. We've got, this is just one of our serums, absolutely full to the rafters with furniture. We've got a Fokker. Yeah, there we are. There's quite a large Fokker there. Lovely little model plane there. Sadly missing its propeller, probably about to crash. Estimate on that's around about £50 to £80. Up through here you can just sort of see a quick tour around the furniture. We've got 17th century, we've got 18th century, we've got 19th century, we've got 20th century, and probably actually in our secondary serum as well we've probably even got a little bit of 21st century. And we've got estimates here. You've got knoll settees, you've got sets of chairs, you've got bureau plat, occasional tables, butcher's blocks. Take a butcher's of that one over there, George. There we go. So that's a lovely bigger double butcher's block and a more modern single butcher's block. Through in the corner here we've got some of our long case clocks. There's about 8 or 10 long case clocks, pedestal desks, chest of drawers, and this is one of, to me, one of the more interesting pieces of furniture in the sale. It's come from a farmhouse up near Bristol, and it's one of these sort of pieces of furniture. It actually looks quite unassuming, and it's the sort of thing a lot of people I think are going to walk in and going to say, ooh, what's so special about that? But actually to me it has a lot of very subtle details here. Very unusual to see this very, very long brass mounted foot here. And we think this is probably after designed by Godwin. He first designed a very, very similar table, which he had produced by Collinson and Locke in 1873. We've got an estimate between £500 and £1,000 on this table. Sadly, one of the back legs has been badly broken. It's been knocked on the corners. It's going to be quite interesting to see actually how that works out. But that's one of our discoveries in the sale, and I think it's a particularly interesting table. But down through here, we've got dolls' houses, we've got ships. Here we are. There's Peggy. Over in the corner over here, we probably have tens of thousands of stamps. But I'm just going to whiz in behind the cabinets here and have a talk to you about some of my favourite lots coming up in here. I say all these items are coming up on the second days of the sale. If you want to know what the time is, what better watch than actually a Rolex? Lovely gents Rolex. Sadly, the owner passed away quite recently. It's a watch he bought, he thought he'd wear, and sadly never really did. So basically, as new watch here, the Rolex Oyster Day date, and that's between £2,000 and £3,000. For the more adventurous of you here, we've got a big collection of die-cast model vehicles here, and of course this one here, the James Bond, the Toyota 2000 GT, still beautifully presented in its box there. Also in its box, we love boxes. You never know what's going to be in them. We've got the important Group Captain Clive Stanbury medals here, along with other ephemera and bits and pieces from the family there, and that's estimated between £20,000 and £30,000. Something which is a little bit more modest, estimated £2,000 to £3,000, is this wonderful club. I wonder if I can come in and sort of poke you with it there. My sort of war club, my Tongan war club here. And this came in from a client down in Bournemouth. We sold a similar club about 5 years ago. They read about it in a press release. They kept the press release and have finally brought it up for sale. And as I say, this is in between £2,000 and £3,000, and that would do you some damage if you're on the receiving end of it. Also, we've got a collection of Wellingtonia, and this is an invite here to the funeral of the late Duke of Wellington here, and these are really sought after. We've got around about, I think, 10 to 15 lots from the client, all to do Wellingtonia here, and this rather macabre, I suppose, invitation, very, very rare survivor today, is worth between £200 and £300. And also for sort of £200 to £300 is this rare little beauty which we pulled out of a box of coins. Now this is a 1906 Athens Olympic participants gilt bronze medallion, an absolutely beautiful thing that, and that's why we have to have a look through all the items that are brought into us. As I say, this was actually rescued out of a really boring box of boring coins, and as I say, that's estimated between £200 and £300. So there's a really quick whistle-stop tour through our auction coming up on the 22nd and 23rd of June 2017. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's any lots you like, then you can have a pop onto our website where you can sort of see at the bottom of the screen here, charterhouse-auction.com, and if you've got something similar you'd like to sell it, get in contact with us, and if not, watch the auction. You can see it live online, and let's see how the bits and pieces I've talked about actually sell for. So I hope you enjoyed the walk and talk today.